This is what happened after I stopped my postpartum recovery early because I was afraid of being betrayed.
My question is, what kind of husband do you have?
So guys, in today's video, we are still going to be talking about another trending issue, and it's about a lady who gave birth. After she gave birth, she went home. 2 days after her birth, after giving birth, her husband asked her for sex. Because I know that once a woman gives birth, I think it takes like 3 months. It won't take longer. The doctors will tell you, okay, after 3 months, you can start having sex. But the lady's body needs to even rest, heal. That 3 months for me is even short. So the husband started asking her for sex. And when they did it, it got bad and she almost died. Like she was rushed back to the ER and she almost died. So we are going to be watching her explaining what happened and people reacting to it. Then I'll come back to give my 2 cents.
This is what happened after I stopped my postpartum recovery early because I was afraid of being betrayed. It was only the 6th day after my C-section, and I was still in recovery. Just a few days after we got home from the hospital, my husband started pushing for intimacy. He said it had been too long. I told him I couldn't, that I was still recovering postpartum and needed the full 40 days to heal. But after hearing that, he said outright, "If you want to make sure I don't go find someone else, you have to cooperate." I started crying. He kept arguing with me, saying I was too dramatic, and insisted on going through with it. I was so scared of losing him, scared he really might look elsewhere, so I gave in. I broke my recovery period just 5 days after the C-section. All I remember next was being rushed to the hospital with heavy bleeding and my heart stopping. But the worst was yet to come. You won't believe what happened next. Comment.
Yo, this young lady got on this app and said that 5 days after delivering her daughter, her husband began to pressure her to have schmex. Not only did he pressure her to have schmex, he threatened to cheat on her. Or he implied it, rather. She said she was afraid that he would cheat on her. So 5 days after delivering a baby from her hoo-ha, she had schmex with her husband. She had to be rushed to the hospital and have emergency surgery. During said emergency surgery, she went into cardiac arrest. This lady almost lost her life. And I know shit like this has been happening since the beginning of time. You know, social media has brought awareness to things that, we don't think about, things that, you haven't experienced, or, you don't know anybody who experienced this. We know that this has been going on since the beginning of the time. But when she said she did it because she feared that he would cheat on her, can we normalize this, telling these men, ho, go cheat? Go ahead, bye, ho.
So this lady gave birth to her child, and 5 days later, y'all, she had a heart attack. That's right, she went into cardiac arrest. But you won't believe the reason why. This lady that had just gave birth to her child went home, and it was 5 days later, her husband demanded her to lay down with him. That's right, he demanded her to lay down with him. He told her if she did not do what he asked her to do, that he would cheat on her. Out of being afraid that her husband would step out of their marriage and cheat on her, he laid down with him. Yes, and because she laid down with him, she had to be rushed to the hospital. Upon going to the hospital, this lady went into cardiac arrest. And anybody that has had children, either vaginal or C-section, ain't no man got no business on top of you after that. Your body ain't even properly healed. My question is, what kind of husband do you have? And I bet you a year's worth of checks, that man has already stepped out on you. You know what I'm saying? But you gave birth to your child, and 5 days later, he demanded you let him do what he had to do. And because of that, this lady is in bad shape. I mean, the video I saw, she could barely walk. She hooked up with all kind of stuff, and all this could have been avoided. But she better than me, because if it had been me, And I had just had my child. 5 days later, and my husband asking me and demanding me and telling me that if I don't let him get on top of me, what he gonna do? He gonna cheat on me. I tell you what, you can hit the door. I'm finna call my lawyer, and we can immediately start these proceedings.
As ladies, we need to always choose ourselves. I always say this. No matter what, no matter how you care for your children, you care for your husband, please always put yourself first. Always put yourself first before any person, before your husband, your children. Always put yourself first, your mental health, your body, because if you had died, he will still go and marry another person. He waited 9 months. 9 months. So even though sometimes when you're pregnant, they'll tell you to have sex for this also period of the month, then he will stop. He still waited till the 9th month, and you delivered, and he can't wait for 3 months. That your husband is a wicked person. And look at the flimsy excuse he told her that he's going to cheat on her. That 9 months he was waiting for her to give birth, I'm sure he cheated on her. Yes, I am very sure he cheated on her for him to bring out that flimsy excuse. He cheated on her. So we as women, we need to always prioritize ourselves. In any situation, every situation, how would this make me feel?